Jonas leaned back in his seat with a sincere smile and a sense of accomplishment. He put his headphones back on, but this time no podcasts. He wanted music. He searched for a special playlist, feeling good, and let himself drift into the sound. At last the train reached his station. He stood up and stepped out, yet he felt an urge to take one last look at the train. Today had been a very pleasant ride. He even tried to remember if he had ever enjoyed that crowded train so much before. As he looked, he suddenly froze. From inside the carriage, a man was staring directly at him. The doors were slowly closing. Not just any man, the same one he had noticed the previous week, dark hair and pale skin, wearing a black shirt and black pants with few details, and a scar he hadn't noticed before on his left cheek. And he kept staring at him, motionless, even as the train moved on toward the next station. How long had he been there? How had Jonas not noticed him? He had spent so much time talking and reliving his moments with Agatha that he had forgotten he had also been looking for this other man, who, just like Agatha, had also been observing him. What is going on? Jonas thought, still standing on the platform illuminated by 6 working lamps and 4 flickering ones. Has everyone suddenly decided to start watching me? He was breathing heavily, his heart racing. Why, after days of being obsessed with them, were they now the ones watching Jonas? These questions looped endlessly through his mind. He hurried home, glancing around paranoidly. When he reached the floor of the building where he lived, he carefully scanned the hallway before entering his apartment. Once inside, he quickly turned on all the lights in his small place. He took a long, hot shower to calm himself down, and after a good dinner, he felt the exhaustion finally overcome the adrenaline. He lay down and fell asleep. He woke up well the next morning, but the anxiety from before was gone. He didn't want to take the train to work, yet at the same time, he felt that only on that train, either in the carriage with the broken window or the next one, could he resolve this situation and clear his mind. Jonas was shy, but once he managed to break the first barrier, he could become quite outgoing. He felt that yesterday he had passed the first stage with Agatha. He could talk to her if they met again, and he already knew about what. He needed to talk to her about the man. She said she was looking for someone, and that someone wasn't me. But it was someone with a distinct face. Could she have meant that man? It can't be, Jonas reasoned as he fried an egg for breakfast. And what if he knows he's being watched, saw me with Agatha, and decided to watch me afterward? Jonas couldn't help imagining the different plots he might have stumbled into. Police, investigators, criminals. How absurd, he thought. How had his quiet, repetitive life reached this point in just a few days? At the same time, he thought, this is just a big coincidence. I mean the man. Nothing unusual happened between me and Agatha. He was divided. On one hand, he felt like he had been chasing something, but was actually the one being chased. On the other, he almost found the whole thing amusing, realizing how he had built a catastrophic scenario out of 2 random encounters on the train. He formed his plan. He would question both of them about the other. They had to know each other. He felt sure of it. Not because of any possible resemblance, but because both of them stood out in such an ordinary environment. He remembered something Agatha had said.
You're a distinct figure on this train. You have a face.
What had she meant by that? Didn't she notice ordinary faces? Or was she searching for a scar? He went to the station determined. He wasn't even thinking about work, only about finding them. He arrived at the station near his home, Crossroads Station. It had that name because it was where the city's 3 largest avenues intersected. He wasn't even sure if it was the official name, but that was what everyone called it. He stood in line and waited for the train to arrive. Then he stepped aside and waited for people to get off before entering. That was when he saw a girl stepping out while reading documents from a large folder. "Hey, Agatha!" Jonas shouted as he saw her passing by with her head down, immersed in the huge folder she was carrying.
Hi, Jonas. Sorry, I'm late. See you around, she said, a little startled to see him, but keeping the same friendly tone from the day before. She continued walking quickly, waving to him.
As he looked at her, she hesitated for half a second and pressed the folder against her chest. That was when Jonas quickly glanced at it. It looked like a profile, a study about someone, but it wasn't just anyone. Jonas noticed the photo and the distinctive detail: a scar on the left cheek,